Imagine being trapped in a pit of spikes, only to realize it's not an accident. Someone is hunting you. That's the chilling premise of Pitfall, a wilderness survival film that had all the ingredients to be a gripping horror experience, but ultimately stumbles over its own ambition. As someone who recently got an early look at this ScreamFest debut, I can say it's a mixed bag of thrilling moments and head-scratching choices. But here's where it gets controversial. While the film delivers on practical gore and tension, its messy storytelling feels like a missed opportunity. Let's dive in. The plot kicks off with a group of friends embarking on a 3-day hike, only for one of them to plummet into a 10-foot pit of spikes, impaling his leg. What starts as a freak accident quickly spirals into a fight for survival when a ruthless hunter begins stalking them. It's a classic setup. Think Final Destination meets Predator, but Pitfall tries to cram too much into its runtime. From a bizarre subplot about sibling drama to a secondary group of characters who feel like slasher movie cannon fodder, the film loses focus. And this is the part most people miss. The hunter himself, played by Couture, is a terrifying force of nature, but his backstory is so vaguely sketched that it's hard to tell if he's a slasher icon or just a deranged hermit. Is he Jason Voorhees or a twisted survivalist? The film can't decide. One of the bright spots is Richard Harmon's performance, who brings a natural charisma to his role, making him one of the few memorable characters. Unfortunately, the rest of the cast feels disposable, including Alexandra Esso, whose talent is wasted on a frustratingly underdeveloped character. The sibling drama, tied to their parents' death during a similar hike, had potential, but veers into absurdity instead of emotional depth. Was it too much trauma or not enough focus? You decide. The practical effects are undeniably impressive. The deaths are creative and visceral, but they're overshadowed by the film's narrative chaos. Dream sequences, secondary plots, and tonal shifts make Pitfall feel like it's trying to be everything at once. If it had stuck to its core premise, a group of friends hunted by a relentless killer, it could have been a tight, suspenseful ride. Instead, it's a forgettable mishmash of ideas. But here's the real question. Can a horror film survive a sloppy story if the kills are good enough? Pitfall seems to think so, but I'm not convinced. While it's worth a watch for its practical gore and Couture's menacing presence, it's hard to shake the feeling that this could have been a standout entry in the genre. As it stands, it's a cautionary tale about overreaching. Catch it at ScreamFest on October 15th if you're curious. But don't expect a masterpiece. Just a messy, gory good time. What do you think? Can a horror film get away with a weak story if the scares are strong? Let me know in the comments.